Now remember, ever since Udayanithi Stalin spoke at an Eradicate Sanatan conference about getting rid of Sanatan Dharma, like dengue and other such diseases, a lot of people have fallen over themselves to defend that comment as a criticism of the caste system. They said that when you say eradicate Sanatan, what was actually meant is eradicate the evils of Sanatan Dharma, like casteism. But today, the last shred of that pretense fell apart. Because today, DMK MP A. Raja declared that Hinduism is a menace. Hinduism, not Sanatan. All of Hinduism is what he called a menace. And it's a menace, according to A. Raja, not just in India, but apparently across the world. That last fig leaf has now fallen. And at least in A. Raja's mind, the enemy is clear. It's not Sanatan, it's not caste, it is Hinduism. Listen.
India is the reason for the global disease in the name of caste, dividing the people on the caste line, dividing the people on the economic line by using the caste. Caste cannot be used only for social evil. It depends upon the economic evil also. Those who are living Indians in other countries also propagating caste in the name of Hindu religion. So Hindu religion is a biggest menace, not only to India, now it is a menace to the entire world.
But truth be told, no one is really surprised. Because even when Sanatan was being called everything from leprosy to dengue to HIV to COVID, the real meaning was apparent to all. It's just the apologists who chose to twist this as some great caste critique. Today, A. Raja at least has put them out of their misery. To make matters worse though, another DMK member, Tamil Nadu Minister K. Ponamudi, declared that this anti-Hinduism tirade isn't just the agenda of the DMK, but in fact is the thread that holds I.N.D.I.A together despite their many differences.
இந்த இந்தியா என்பது ஒரு சனாதன கொள்கைக்கு எதிர்ப்பாக உருவாக்கப்பட்டிருக்கிற கூட்டணி தான் இந்தியா. எங்களுக்குள் கருத்து வேறுபாடுகள் இருக்கலாம், ஆனால் இந்த சனாதனத்தை எதிர்க்க வேண்டும் என்பதிலே யாருக்கும் எந்த வேறுபட்ட கருத்தும் இல்லை. இதில் இருப்பவர்கள் எல்லாம் சமத்துவத்தை உருவாக்க வேண்டும், மத இந்த சிறுபான்மை சமுதாயத்தை காப்பாற்ற வேண்டும், ஆண் பெண் சமத்துவத்தை காப்பாற்ற வேண்டும், இந்த சமூக சிந்தனையோடு இந்த இயக்கத்தை உருவாக்க வேண்டும் என்பதுதான் இன்று 26 கட்சிகள் உருவாக்கி இருக்கிற இந்த இந்தியா கூட்டணியினுடைய நோக்கம். அவை வந்திருக்கிற நீங்கள் எல்லாம் நாம் என்னதான் சமூகத்திலே நாம் இவ்வளவு செஞ்சாலும் அரசியல்ல நாம வெற்றி பெற்று அங்க உட்கார்ந்தாதான் இதெல்லாம் செய்ய முடியும்.
So the simple question then is there any defense still left to hide behind? And what verbal gymnastics are members of Team I.N.D.I.A going to do now to try and say that, oh, we're not asking for the eradication of Hinduism, we are actually only talking about caste. When people like A. Raja have made it as clear as day, Hinduism is what they consider a menace and what they want to eradicate. The DMK is absolutely clear what it thinks. The question is, does I.N.D.I.A agree with it? That's the question I want to take across to R.P. Singh, National Spokesperson of the BJP, Rahul Ishwar, activist, Ram Kripalji, senior journalist here with me in the studio, Jagdishwar N.D., political analyst, Professor Subodh Mehta, National Spokesperson of the RJD. So let me ask you first, Professor Subodh Mehta, DMK continues to be in I.N.D.I.A. Do you agree with what DMK MP A. Raja says, that Hinduism is a menace? And a worldwide menace?
Look, Padmaja ji, the debate on religion has nothing to do with development. We should debate on development rather than we are debating on religion. What A. Raja and what the DMK idea is, you have to contextualize is what they are trying to tell. They are trying to tell that there is a difference between the karma and there is a difference between the dharma. Karma and dharma both are very different. They are talking about the karma kand that a particular religion is observing. in doing so, we find that there are numerous things which are still happening in postmodern
Sir,
society.
he didn't say any
which
of
is
that.
there
He used
vis-a-vis
one
with
word.
the caste system,
You know,
the gender-
I used a phrase, sir.
Look,
Grammatical gymnastics,
Yes.
which is what you're doing.
Padmaja
You
ji,
can
you-
talk about Karam Kand, Dharam Kand, Fala Kand, Dhimaka Kand. He's saying very clearly, Hinduism is a menace. Is Hinduism a menace, yes or no?
Padmaja ji, Hinduism, I am telling you, it's a private affair. When you take this religion into a public domain, it will have to have a very deliberative discussion on this. Private affair, mano to dev nahi to patthar, this is our religion. Anyone is free to choose whether it's a god or whether it is a stone. So this is our religion. You have to be very
I know
accommodative
religion
about
as
the
well,
idea.
sir.
What
I am
is
asking you a
the
simple
DMK is
question.
talking about that
According to you, is Hinduism a menace?
That simple question.
Is Hinduism a menace?
Who said Hinduism is a menace? You
A.
are trying-
Raja said in so many
you are trying
words,
to put your
Hindu
words in the
religion is
mouth
the
of the
biggest
spokesperson.
menace, not just in
Even-
India,
even
but the
A.
world.
Raja- even A. Raja, look to what he has tweeted. He has talked about the evil aspect of the individual which is there in the Karam Kand, which is practiced by the so-called in the name of Hinduism. That is the factual position of the DMK and A. Raja. But you are trying to put into a perspective that A. Raja is anti-Hindu. No.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Okay,
Hold on a second, sir. So you are saying when he's criticizing Hinduism and calling it a menace, he's talking about evils. So let me ask you then, does the evil of discrimination, hold on a second, sir, you are a professor, so let me ask you this. Does the evil of discrimination exist only in Hinduism?
Who said? I am telling you, any classical writing which is there in the postmodern society and still it is getting practiced, that should be deleted. Any evil
Professor
aspect in
Sahab,
any of
I
the
am
classical
asking you a
writings, if there
straightforward
is there
question. Professor Sahab, okay, fine. I give it
Yes,
to
sir.
you. Hinduism
giving
has
you-
its evils. Is Hinduism the only religion that has evils?
Yes. Who said? That Hinduism is the one? In Hinduism there is only one evil. I am talking
No, I'm
about
not
any
saying that, sir.
classical
Let me
writing.
ask you, rephrase it and ask you. क्या आपको लगता है कि अगर हिंदू धर्म में
rephrase.
कुछ खामियां हैं, क्या सिर्फ हिंदू धर्म में खामियां हैं या ईसाई धर्म में भी खामियां हैं, इस्लाम में भी खामियां हैं? क्या खामियां हर धर्म में है या सिर्फ हिंदू धर्म में ही है?
Padmaja ji, for that you have to debate another time. Take the issue of
I
any
want to
religion.
debate it right
Here
now.
you are talking about A.
I
Raja,
want to debate
then you
it
are
right
linking
now.
it to the Islam.
आप
You are
बताइए
talking it to
सुबोध साहब,
another this thing. You
प्रोफेसर
debate it. I
मेहता,
am telling
आप
you.
ये बताइए,
I am telling you.
सब
I am
बैठ
telling
करके
you, Padmaja
संदर्भ
ji.
सहित व्याख्या करते हैं कि भाई हिंदुइज्म में फलां कमियां हैं और बड़ी त्रुटियां हैं और उसमें कर्म कांड ऐसा है. आप मुझे बताइए, मैं कहती हूँ हाँ है,
Padmaja ji.
हाँ है और वो खत्म होना चाहिए. आप ये बताइए कि सिर्फ हिंदू धर्म में ही है या बाकी में भी थोड़ा सा है, या यही एक मेनेस है पूरी दुनिया में?
Padmaja ji, you must be aware of the fact that there are cases going on in a Supreme Court. If there are certain evil in different other religion, there are cases against the other religion also in the Supreme Court to remove the
Okay,
evil.
so clearly,
You
Professor
are aware
Mehta,
of
you are
all
not
these
going to
things.
answer
And
that
if you
question.
really want to debate on the other religion, yes.
हाँ, are
No,
there
I am going to answer
any
it.
shortcomings
If
in
there
other
is any
religions?
evil in anywhere, that has to be. All those shortcomings has been in the Supreme Court. The debate is on. I am telling you, if there is any evil in any of the religion, that
No,
should be
if there is
eliminated
nahi,
from
I'm
the
asking
postmodern
your
society,
opinion.
Because postmodern
You had a very concrete opinion about Hinduism कि Hinduism में खामियां हैं. I am asking the opinion of Professor Subodh Mehta. Are there evils in other religion? Yes or no?
Tell me the religion.
Christianity. Is there any shortcoming in Christianity? Yes or no?
Have you ever debated on Christianity? Have any?
Right now I'm debating.
Come forward against the Christianity.
I'm debating right
here
now.
You are debating here. I don't find anything problem in Christianity.
Okay,
If
there is no
a
problem in
of
Christianity.
conversion
Great.
And all that we already there.
Great,
there are a lot
flawless.
of
That
cases
is great.
against that.
In Islam, is there any problem
If there
of discrimination, of proselytization?
if there is Islam any problem, that case, Madam Padmaja ji, that case is already there in the Supreme Court. And if the Christianity is based on the conversion, that is against the ethos of modernity. I am talking about conversion.
Then would you, sir, now that you are saying that there are flaws in every religion, would you say that another religion is a menace? Like Hinduism has been called a menace, would you say Christianity is a menace?
Look, some of the Karamkandi, they are trying to create a new religion within a Sanatani religion. They are trying to create a new Hinduism within a original Hinduism. There is a difference between what the Hindu aspect, Vasudev Kutumb, we talk about Bahujan Sukhaya, Bahujan Hitaya, welfare and happiness of all is the welfare of all. We talk about Sarv Dharm Sambhav, from Gita to Rig Veda to Buddhism to our constitution.
Sir, you have gone everywhere and still you haven't been able to explain to me how Hinduism as a whole became a menace. What do you make of Professor Mehta's, attempt so far, Rahul Ishwar? First you go.
Who said as a whole? I am talking
just 30 seconds to Rahul Ishwar. I'll come back to you, Professor Mehta. Rahul Ishwar.
Subodh sir, please listen. Let me appreciate the good Hindu in you. It is the good Hindu in you that will never allow you to say that any other religion is a menace. That is the good Hindu culture that we have imbibed. And I am proud that you have not used that. But when we are being attacked beyond politics, you or any political class have responsibility to defend. Holy Islam and Holy Christianity is all okay. It is their faith. But when somebody attacks us, when somebody insults us, when somebody defames us for paying petty politics, it is up to Hindus and this Hindu civilization to defend. Will they even ever dare anything say about Holy Islam or Holy Christianity? Will they ever say about Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam or Jesus Christ? They won't, because they are organized vote banks. They are afraid that votes will be losing. Hindus have become a soft target. Hinduism has become a soft target. We are tolerant and pluralistic. That is our greatness. But when people like A. Raja, out of their petty politics, have come out and defamed our religion and faith and culture, it is up to the normal Hindus beyond any politics to stand up and say, this is wrong. This is wrong because this is the oldest religion. And one more thing. Back in 1893, Swami Vivekananda went to Chicago and he said, I come from the mother of all religions, and all the Westerners and Americans clapped, because Hinduism is that much accepted and respected as the oldest faith everywhere in the world. But in India, because of the petty politics, because of many appeasement reasons, because of many other
everyone has come from the mother of religion. We are all a Sanatani. There is no birth and death of Sanatani. What is the origin of Sanatani?
Say that with proud.
It starts from the beginning and ends in
Sanatana is something bad. Rather, don't say Hinduism is bad and Hinduism is evil. Yes, Sanatana Dharma is the oldest faith in the world and the greatest culture. Don't be like Udayanidhi. Don't be like
Sanatana Dharma is the oldest Dharma. Sanatana Dharma does not have any origin.
Indian civilization. Sir, it is
Sanatan Dharma is the oldest Dharma. If you say, sir, you are all Sanatanis, how can you stand by and have Hinduism as a religion being called a menace? For a second, pause, sir, and think. Would you be as callous? I find it amazing. I find it amazing the kind of reasoning given by people. The kind of reasoning given by people, Kapil Madan and Ram Kripalji, they say there are bigger issues to be debated. Religion is a very private issue. If religion is private, then why do people like A. Raja go on public platforms and say Hinduism is a menace? Why do people organize conferences and say we must eradicate Sanatan? Keep your opinion private. Keep your opinion in your house. When you go and make religion public and the slandering of a religion public, then the response will also be public, Kapil Madan. And when you come out and you say Hinduism is a menace, there is no more excuse to hide behind, Kapil Madan. Can Team India still platform and defend this thought?
Let me just, first, Now, can I just make a very small clarification here? As far as I know, in fact, I have also researched. I could not find any statement made by any leader wherein the leader was saying Hinduism is a menace. You can construct, deconstruct, pick one line in isolation, and
let's clarify this straight away. Let's play what A. Raja said. Let's play what A. Raja said, Kapil Madan. There is nothing to construct, deconstruct. He has said it in so many words, and luckily and convenient for you, he has said it in English. So let's play A. Raja.
India is the reason for the global disease in the name of caste, dividing the people on the caste line, dividing the people on the economic line by using the caste. Caste cannot be used only for social evil. It depends upon the economic evil also. Those who are living Indians in other countries also propagating caste in the name of Hindu religion. So Hindu religion is a biggest menace, not only to India, now it is a menace to the entire world.
Hindu religion is the biggest menace, not only to India, but Hinduism has become a menace to the entire world.
Yes.
Hinduism is a menace.
Can I?
Yes.
So now the point is, Padmaja, I said, you have picked one thing in isolation and you are trying to give a projection wherein he is trying to cast aspersion or he is trying to malign a religion. Now, in the most of, his part of the statement, he is talking about caste issues, he is talking about inequality. And when he concludes that this kind of practice, if there is any person, following any religion that, that is, practicing caste discrimination, that he needs to be called off. Now, let me tell you, in fact, what is my understanding of Sanatan Dharma? Sanatan is, the meaning of the word Sanatan is eternal, which is, time immemorial, and the Dharma is the sense of right and wrong. Now, you tell me something, anyone who practices discrimination based on caste or maybe, any other ground, can he be called at the first instance that he is a practicing Sanatani Hindu? No. I'm asking you, how can someone who is practicing discrimination, which goes against basic,
calling Hinduism the menace?
So
what he can easily say is, people who are casteist are a menace. People who discriminate are a menace. But he didn't say it because he doesn't want to say it. What he actually says and what he actually means, and when you are reading between the lines, is your politics, sir. He is saying what he wants to say, which is that he thinks Hinduism is a menace. I'll give you the smallest analogy. Hold on a second. Kapil Madan, since we have turned so philosophical and, we are like, he has said it in so many words, but he didn't mean it. He meant something else. Let me give you a philosophical reading of what he meant. The man himself doesn't want to be philosophical. He's as straight as it comes. He says Hinduism is a menace. But you're like, he might be saying it, but he doesn't mean it. Let me give you an analogy. Hold on a second, Kapil Madan. Now, you would agree that discrimination exists in a country like, say, United States of America. That is why they had the entire Black Lives Matter movement. Because obviously some discrimination happened, right? Some people died at the hands of law enforcement. So will you today stand here and say, America is a menace? And America must be eradicated because it practices discrimination. So all of America is a menace. And you would say, that makes sense because obviously there's discrimination in America. So America is a menace.
No.
Is it?
No. No, I don't agree with that analogy, and I don't think so. He was trying to draw that kind of an analogy. What he was talking and what he was clearly talking about was the caste-based discrimination. In fact, the video that you have played, I think 90% of the time that he was speaking on the video, he was talking about caste and inequality. And the fact is, if the caste and particular religion, while I agree with you to some extent that he could have used better, words, because his words are, being interpreted differently. But if you look at the real intent,
let me bring in Ram Kripal ji. Ram Kripal ji,
now tell me something.
जब A Raja बोलते हैं Hinduism is a menace, क्या आपको लगता है कि इसको इंटरप्रेट किया जा रहा है क्योंकि उनका मतलब कुछ और था, इंटरप्रिटेशन कुछ और दिया जा रहा है?
पद्मजा जी,
सुबोध जी ने बोला कर्म कांड की बातें हो रही।
नहीं पद्मजा जी, पहली बात तो ये है कि राजनीति में जीत या हार ये एब्स्ट्रैक्ट नारों से नहीं होती है, बहुत साफ साफ होती है। और आज ए राजा ने उदयनिधि ने और उनके शिक्षा मंत्री ने बहुत साफ साफ मकसद को बता दिया है। कोई मलेरिया, मच्छर, डेंगू, HIV और ये सब कहने वाले और साफ साफ हिंदू कहने वाले ये मंतव्य बता दिया है और ये भी बता दिया है कि I.N.D.I.A जो बना ही है उसका मकसद ही इसको इरेडिकेट करना है। अब वो क्या इरेडिकेट करना चाहते हैं, मैं केवल विनम्रता से एक बात कह रहा हूँ, ये जो अब अचानक 2024 के 6 महीने पहले जो राजा राम मोहन राय तमाम पैदा हो गए हैं, ये कोई नई बात नहीं है। 77 में जयप्रकाश नारायण ने 74 में संपूर्ण क्रांति अब नारा है, भावी इतिहास हमारा है, जो नारा दिया था उसमें 3 चीजें थी, दाम बांधो, जनेऊ तोड़ो, जाति तोड़ो। ये जो नारे थे उनके, और लैंड रिफॉर्म। तो जाति तोड़ो के लोहिया हमेशा आंदोलन करते रहे। देखिए, जहां तक सनातन की बात है, सनातन से न महावीर लड़े न बुद्ध लड़े, वो केवल कर्मकांड से लड़ते थे और वहां की चीजों से। बुद्ध तो अनिश्वरवादी थे, तो बुद्ध से जो लड़ाई शुरू हुई, महावीर तक आई, उसके बाद दयानंद सरस्वती और साउथ में E.V. रामास्वामी नायकर पेरियार, ये कब हुए थे? और उनसे ज्यादा भयानक लड़ाई तो कोई लड़ेगा नहीं। उसके बाद भी
पूछ रही हूं, जो अभी प्रोफेसर सुबोध मेहता जो आर्गुमेंट दे रहे हैं कि ए राजा का कमेंट जातिवाद के खिलाफ था, क्या आपको लगता है कि उनके जो वोटर हैं बिहार में और उत्तर प्रदेश में यही समझेंगे कि ये जातिवाद के खिलाफ था और हिंदुइज्म इज अ मेनेस, हिंदुत्व के खिलाफ और हिंदुइज्म के खिलाफ नहीं है?
पद्मजा जी, ये एक्चुअली मैंने पहले देखिए, सवाल सबसे स्टालिन, उनके पिताजी ने जब पिछले इलेक्शन में जो मैनिफेस्टो बनाया था, उस मैनिफेस्टो में एक क्लास था कि हम वृद्धों को तीर्थ यात्रा कराएंगे। पहली बात तो यह है कि ये जो लिखा गया था मैनिफेस्टो में, क्यों लिखा गया था? एक दौर था कि सॉफ्ट हिंदुत्व सबने हिंदुस्तान में मान लिया था कि बिना सॉफ्ट हिंदुत्व के इस हिंदुस्तान में बीजेपी का कोई विकल्प नहीं बन सकता है। तब ममता चंडी पाठ करने लगी थी। सीताराम येचुरी, जहां पे ये कहा जाता है कि रिलीजन इज ओपियम, वो तो हिंदू छोड़ दीजिए, वो तो धर्म ही अफीम है, वहां वो भी महाभारत के पात्रों का जिक्र करने लगे थे सारे लोग। और साउथ में, जैसा मैंने कहा कि स्टालिन भी कहने लगे कि हम वो तीर्थ यात्रा कराएंगे।
तो आप
ये अचानक इसलिए बता रहा हूं, अचानक जो उनके पुत्र हैं वो विशुद्ध रूप से तमिलनाडु की राजनीति को देख करके ये सब कर रहे हैं। और कहीं न कहीं से ये डर है कि भले I.N.D.I.A बने या खत्म हो जाए, तमिलनाडु की राजनीति में, चूंकि वहां पर तमिलनाडु बिहार का एक फर्क है कि पिछड़े वर्ग वहां नहीं, वहां पे एक ऐसा दलित जो वर्ग है बहुत बड़ा, उनके भीतर जो पेरियार का वो तमाम चला रहा था कि बेटा जो है वो क्षेत्रीय राजनीति करेगा राज्य की, और पिताश्री सॉफ्ट हिंदुत्व लेकर के वो देश के नेशनल पॉलिटिक्स।
तमिलनाडु में वो अपनी सीटें एकदम गारंटी कर रहे हैं, समझ गए। पर आरजेडी क्यों डिफेंड कर रहा है और कह रहा है कि भाई ये जातिवाद के खिलाफ वॉर छेड़ा हुआ है? या फिर कांग्रेस क्यों चुप है?
आरजेडी डिफेंड नहीं कर रहा है, अंदर से वो इस तरह से घायल हैं, उनको समझ में नहीं आ रहा है कि इसका क्या करें, बचाव कर नहीं सकते
क्यों नहीं कर सकते? आप तो सब I.N.D.I.A में हैं, आप पलट करके कहिए डीएमके को कि बंद कीजिए ये अभी आपने शुरुआत की डेंगू से, फिर आप गए मलेरिया पे, अब आप HIV, कोरोना वायरस, अब आपने कहा हिंदुइज्म इज द मेनेस ऑफ द वर्ल्ड।
अभी
चुप करेंगे?
अभी शिवसेना के एक प्रवक्ता से एक सवाल पूछा गया था कि उनसे कहा गया कि आप क्या करेंगे, तो उन्होंने साफ साफ मजबूरन उन्होंने कहा कि हम कहेंगे कि वो अपना बयान वापस लें, नहीं तो हम बाहर हो जाएंगे या उनको निकालेंगे। आज का बयान है ये, जो पूरा I.N.D.I.A का जो कुनबा है ये मिलने के पहले ही बिखरने लगा है, और अब इनके लिए बड़ी मुश्किल हो रही है, क्योंकि सनातन और हिंदुत्व के विरोध करने वाला कोई भी चेहरा, कोई भी दल, इवन एंटनी ने अपनी रिपोर्ट में कांग्रेस को जो कहा था, क्या कहा था कि आपकी छवि ऐसी बनती एंटी हिंदू की बनती जा रही है, उससे कांग्रेस को उबरना पड़ेगा।
I will just get Professor Mehta to respond to this, but I want to bring in RP Singh. The BJP thought that they are going to go on the front foot. They have attacked the DMK. The DMK clearly is unmoved. If anything, they are now laughing at your protestations. Udayanidhi Stalin tweeted a picture of, a anti-mosquito coil. Clearly, they don't care much for your objections. They think they are right in what they are saying.
Padmaja, let's call the bluff of the DMK and Stalin, father and son. Out of the 35 ministers they have only 2 Dalit ministers. They talk about Dalits. Out of 65 party general secretaries, 65 districts, they have party general secretary, only 1 is Dalit. So this is their report card as far they are being pro-Dalit or they are being the soft-toward Dalit or they are talking about or taking the cause of Dalit. Well, only thing is, it's only because it's happening because of certain reason. And the reason is that all these parties who are together, from Congress to RJD to SP to Aam Aadmi Party, all have a track record of anti-Hindu, anti-Sanatan words. I mean, they have been using various phrases against Hinduism and Sanatan, and in every party. So it's that DNA put together now. They have, as per me, they have decided this in their Mumbai meeting that we will follow this, and that's why you don't see a single word from any party. Neither Mr. Kejriwal, who used to talk about that I'm a Hanuman Bhakt, Mr. Akhilesh Yadav, who used to say that Bhagwan Krishna, Lord Krishna has come in my dreams and said, oh, you will win elections. Neither Rahul Gandhi, who wears a Janeu and visits 35 temples when he go for Gujarat elections. None of them. I mean, because they have a track record and then they are following that, and that DNA is coming out because of the vote bank politics, purely because of vote bank politics. Their objective is very clear. Let's divide Hindus and garner on certain vote bank and on a particular community vote bank. But who is talking about Sanatana? What do they know of Sanatana? What do they know of Hinduism? Sanatana is eternal, as one of the Congress supporting spokesperson said. But eternal means that Sanatana is not a religion. Sanatana is a way of life. Hinduism is a way of life. Kapil Madan, please go through the Supreme Court ruling.
But
and then
sir,
you are questioning
the
way of life.
The argument of parties like RJD, of Congress, of the DMK in particular is that what you are defending is essentially casteism. Politically, you are trying to spin it as an attack on Hinduism, but nobody is buying your attack, RP Singh.
I just exposed the people who are supporting anti-caste agenda. They are themselves following the caste lines. Ask them when they go to central Tamil Nadu, on what caste they ask vote for, or when they go to northern Tamil Nadu, what caste they ask vote for. I mean, they are just playing it for a reason. Padmaja, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, Professor Subodh Mehta, respond to what Ram Kripal ji said, that अंदर से आपको समझ में नहीं आ रहा है कि कैसे इसको काउंटर करना है. Blowback will happen and you won't realize it. Because now the pretenses are gone. The attack is on Hinduism directly and it will be very difficult to defend. You can keep giving it all kinds of spin.
Padmaja ji, there is no attack on Hinduism or neither on Sanatan Dharma. As we all know that Sanatan is eternal. Okay? So in that process, if someone is trying to create another Sanatan like Savarkar and Godse, who has murdered Mahatma Gandhi, do you think he is a Sanatani?
अब तो आप सनातन के पीछे भी नहीं छुप सकते. अब तो straight सीधा बोल रहे हैं ए राजा. Hinduism is a menace. Hinduism is a menace.
Padmaja ji,
आप अगर कहते हैं, let me ask you straight away. Professor Mehta, let me ask you straight away. Let's not engage in semantics of Sanatan also anymore. When A Raja says Hinduism is a menace and you say I am a proud Hindu, are you trying to suggest that this automatically translates into I am a proud casteist?
Padmaja ji,
is Hinduism synonymous with casteism for you? You personally?
You, Padmaja ji, you have interpreted Raja very wrongly. You are trying to put your words in Raja's mouth and in my mouth.
It
Why
is
do you
not
want
an
to do so?
interpretation. He uses the word Hinduism, sir. You don't even have to interpret, Rahul Ishwar. What is the interpretation? If I say today it is sunny, I am not interpreting that the sun is out, so it may be. I am saying it is sunny.
In the name,
Rahul Ishwar.
Padmaja ji.
Listen to me for a second. At least you should appreciate A. Raja for one thing. A. Raja ji is shamelessly being honest. He is not spinning. He is shamelessly being honest, and he is proudly being anti-Hindu. Now you are trying to give a cover fire because you believe that will backfire for you. See, let us be honest about it. If somebody said this about any other community, hate speech would have been filed. And Supreme Court rightly said police should take hate speeches on politicians and not wait for anything, because such kind of issues can roll up. And please remember, Mahatma Gandhi is a great Sanatani Hindu. Mahatma Gandhi himself told it many times. Mahatma Gandhi was a Hindu activist. Swami Vivekananda was a great Hindu philosopher. They were all proud about their Hindu Sanatani roots. Now many people are using caste only as a cover fire. Their real target is Hindu Dharma. Their real target is Sanatana Dharma. They want to destabilize. They want to defame. They want to attack and eradicate.
Mahatma Gandhi was a Sanatani and so was Godse. But do you justify Godse act? Will you justify Godse act? I am telling you, you have to talk about the curve. What?
Mahatma Gandhi is the
You
right
are justifying, BJP is justifying, BJP has justifying right from the beginning. Right from the beginning, they want to create a new Sanatani. They want to create a new religion within a religion. Don't try to create a new religion within a Hinduism.
Professor Mehta, you put up a very valiant attempt to try and defend what is not even open for interpretation anymore. Let me finally ask you, Mr. Jagdishwar and D, is this a well thought out decision within the DMK that far from trying to defend what they said, they are going to go on a bigger offensive? Because this is a theme they are sure, if they double down on it, is going to reap them rich dividends. Hinduism is bad.
அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். முதலில் இந்த மாதிரி தேசிய ஊடகங்கள்ல நடக்கிற விவாதங்கள்ல ஹிந்தியில பேசாம எல்லாருக்கும் புரியுற மொழியில பேசுங்க. I'm not sure if anyone understood this. I just said in a national debate, please talk in English. Please don't talk in Hindi, which other guests could not understand. I'll come to the point now. See, I'll just read a text very quickly. If Hindu Raj does become a fact, it will no doubt be the greatest calamity for this country. No matter what the Hindus say, Hinduism is a menace to liberty, equality, and fraternity. On that account, it is incompatible with democracy. Hindu Raj must be prevented at any cost. You know who said this? The great Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar. He said this in his book, Pakistan or Partition of India, page number 358. So, A. Raja is not quoting anything new. He is just repeating what Ambedkar have been saying for ages. He is just repeating that. Yes, Hinduism is a menace to the society. That's what Ambedkar said. And A. Raja is just putting that again. And in previous debates, you are all saying Sanatan Dharma is Hinduism, Sanatan Dharma is Hinduism. But now you have been changing it, right? You are saying first attack Sanatan Dharma. Now what happened to this your channels? Now you are not equating Sanatan Dharma to Hinduism. Now it has become different. I don't understand what has happened now. If you are trying to, if you're thinking that this is against Hinduism, no, this is not against Hinduism. This is against as Raja has rightly put it out. He is saying there is caste in India. This caste system is now going to various places, to many countries, and it is dividing people. Say it is true or not. Yes, it is happening. It is happening in US, many places we see it. And there are people who might ask, why don't you look at other religion? See, what is the percentage of Muslims or Christians in this country? Hardly 20%. We are not, I mean, you can't clean up your own house. 80% of the people still follow casteism. They seek caste hierarchy, and we are worried about the balance 20%. What kind of scenario is this?
No, 80% of the people do not practice casteism. Please do not throw around data offhand. There are proper laws against any caste practices. But to label a religion, an entire religion as a menace because of some discrimination that may exist, which by the way has been criminalized by the country. Ram Kripalji respond to this. He is saying that Ambedkar, Baba Sahib Ambedkar ne bola tha khud ki Hinduism is a menace. A. Raja is only repeating what Baba Sahib said.
देखिए पद्मजा जी, हमारे देश में एक बार गांधी जी से भी ये पूछा गया था कि उनका जो है, उन्होंने कहा था कि मैं जाति प्रथा का समर्थक नहीं हूं, लेकिन किसी भी सोसाइटी में क्लास होते हैं या उसको स्ट्रेटा कहते हैं. सोशलिस्ट कंट्रीज में देयर आर स्ट्रेटा, अपर स्ट्रेटा, मिडिल स्ट्रेटा एंड लोअर स्ट्रेटा. तो ऐसे ही उन्होंने कहा कि जब तक एक नई किसी व्यवस्था के लिए हम तैयार नहीं हो जाते हैं, तब तक सिंबॉलिक रूप से अगर कोई कह रहा है तो छोड़िए, लेकिन समानता की बात सबके लिए कीजिए। अभी जो बात हमारे मित्र कर रहे थे, वो जिस तरह से भी कहें, ये जो मैंने जो बात कही थी कि देखिए ये 6 महीने पहले वोट के अचानक, और ईमानदारी की बात कहूं, इस देश में लोग जाति में जीते जरूर हैं लेकिन जाति को याद नहीं रखते हैं किसी भी तरह का। हमारा जो सिस्टम बना हुआ है, जब जब वोट आते हैं पॉलिटिशियन कास्ट पॉलिटिक्स को पैदा करके बल्कि उसको पनपाते हैं। आप देख लीजिएगा, जब जब इलेक्शन आते हैं तभी तभी ये जातीय राजनीति की बात उठती है, उसमें डिबेट होती है। वरना 5 साल में आप सोच लीजिए कि कहां था ये सामाजिक आंदोलन, सो कॉल्ड सोशल रिवॉल्यूशन, ये कहां थे तमाम ये लोग आंदोलनकारी। लेकिन जैसे ही समय आता है, बिकॉज ऑफ दिस पॉलिटिक्स देयर इज कास्टिज्म। कास्टिज्म होता है, बट कास्टिज्म का सबसे नंगा रूप जो होता है, the politicians are responsible for this casteism.
No, and nobody is sitting in defense of casteism. If you want to call out, eradicate, criticize casteism, please talk about casteism being the enemy. To use casteism an excuse to target an entire community and a religion, and then to say, read between the lines, is unacceptable, and this is irrespective of whichever party does it. I'll leave it at that. Thanks very much, all gentlemen, for joining me.